I messed up.
What happened?
Remember that follow-up mentorship application I was supposed to submit? The deadline was yesterday. I forgot to attach the form. They sent me a polite rejection this morning.
Oh no, Betty, I'm so sorry.
I blew it. God opened the door. And I broke the tablet.
It was an honest mistake. One missed form doesn't erase everything God is doing.
But what if it wasn't a mistake? What if it was me not being careful enough? What if I lost something I was meant to steward? You know, Moses once broke something God gave him too. The tablets. Yes. And do you know what God did? He told Moses to come back up the mountain. Because he was going to write again. In Exodus 34, the Lord said to Moses, "Cut 2 stone tablets like the first ones, and I will write on them." Again.
He didn't shame Moses. He restored him.
So God doesn't just start over. He starts over with me. Exactly. He didn't give Moses new commandments. He gave him a new opportunity. I thought the story ended with the mistake. But grace had a second draft waiting. The same God who called me is the same one who still writes my story. Wait. This can't be real.
What happened?
I got this text message this morning. Due to high interest in the mentorship program, we've opened a second cohort. We'd love to invite you to be part of it. They opened another door, Kelly.
Or maybe, God did.
I'm grateful. Really. But part of me wonders. Do I deserve this second chance? Oh sweetheart, if grace was about deserve we'd all be disqualified. But I messed up. Isn't there a cost? There was. Jesus paid it. Now grace writes again, not because you're worthy, but because God is faithful. The second set of tablets. They weren't backup. They were proof that God doesn't walk away when you break something. He invites you back up the mountain. Even when it was my fault. Especially when it was your fault. Dear Lord. I didn't think you'd still trust me with something sacred. But you did. Thank you for writing again on tablets I had shattered for good. I think I finally understand something.
What's that?
God isn't just the author. He's the rewriter. And there's no draft he can't redeem. Okay. This new mentorship cohort is focused on creative outreach videos, blogs, social content.
That's perfect for you. You literally do all that already.
Yeah. But this time, I'm not doing it to prove I belong. I'm doing it because God gave it back to me.
I feel like I blew it. Like God gave me something and I mishandled it.
Then you're exactly where I was 2 weeks ago. But do you know what I learned?
What?
God writes again. You haven't disqualified yourself. You're just in the rewrite chapter.
Wow, that's amazing. Thank you for sharing.
Mom, do you think there are limits to how many times God will restore us? No, he's not like us. He's not waiting to say, "I told you so." He's waiting to say, "Come up again." I'm starting to believe that. This time. I'm not walking in fear. I'm walking in faith.
I'm glad you got your second chance.
Me too. But next time God leads me to something, I want to follow even if it feels impossible.
You mean like, when everyone thinks you're crazy but you know God said go?
Exactly. And maybe it's time I trust myself too. Because he lives in me.
That note looks good on you.
Better than the old ones that used to say, "Don't mess this up."
You've changed, not because things got easy, but because you let grace in.
And it wrote something better than I ever could have planned. We're not just celebrating a second chance. We're celebrating a surrendered heart.
You said yes when you felt unworthy. That's the kind of courage heaven cheers for.
Thank you, Lord. For not letting the story end at my failure. Lord. Thank you for mercy that doesn't quit. For rewriting what I broke. And for proving that grace still holds the pen. Even storms have purpose. Sometimes we think it's over when we've failed. But grace says, let's try again. So if you're watching this, I want you to know, the same hand that wrote on tablets of stone can still write hope on your heart today.